Hello everyone, welcome to my jungle story. I'm Jacqueline and today I'm going to be doing a complete walkthrough of my entire collection and giving you good updates, bad updates, any changes, and yeah, just bring you up to date on what's been going on in my collection. Okay, so I just first off want to say I'm sorry if you hear a lot of noise in the background. They are currently building a house next door, so I can't really do much about that. But the one thing I did plan for this video is that I could do a complete walkthrough. So that means also my propagation room upstairs, because usually when I film this video, it's when my kids are home and they're sleeping, so I can't really go up there. But I do want to start including that room in these update videos because a lot happens up there, a lot changes almost on like a weekly basis because I'm trading or selling plants from that room. Lexi wants to say hello. It's because I'm sitting on the floor. She does this every single time. Any months? No, not on the carpet. Come on, not on the carpet. Any months? Yeah, she's so needy. She's like a little kid. She's giving me attitude now. Oh my word, she's higher maintenance than my kids. She really, really is. She's so needy. It's okay, it's okay. I always lose my flow, but I know that you guys love Lexi, so it's like I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I'm not going to film when you're outside, but you're very needy. You're very needy. Tell me. Tell me the story. Yeah, I'm very excited about today's update because it's just, with plants, things are constantly changing and constantly happening. And actually, hey ball, you're losing a lot of hair. Yeah, a lot can happen in a month with plants, and actually something that's going to happen after this video is this afternoon I really want to film a revamp of my Ikea greenhouse cabinet because it's looking very neglected. Well, it's not, it's just looking very full and it's just dirty, and yeah, I need to do something with it, and I need to take care of a lot of plants in there. So that video will be after this video. But yeah, I wanted to do this update before I do that, of course. So that will be something that will already be changing very, very quickly. But another thing that's probably going to be changing, are you serious? It's not time to play now. We're not playing inside. We do that outside. We do that outside. Look at her. She's full of nonsense. She's full of nonsense. Lost it again. Lost it again. Anyway, I'm just gonna get to the update. I'm gonna get to the update. So enjoy. Okay, so I'm gonna start off over here, the corner that I have just been obsessed with lately. This is my spot here where I sit on the couch. So I look at these plants quite a lot. So I decided to make this, into like an Alocasia corner, and sorry about that. They're building a house, so it's going to be noisy. But there's some really exciting things happening here. So, oh wait, that is very bright. Yeah, so exciting things happening here. My little Aurea, I put this one into soil. So this is what I'm experimenting with in soil. And as you can see there, it seems to be quite happy, but I'm getting a new leaf there. And yeah, this is typical for the Aurea. That's almost looks like melting, but I have to say, ever since I've put it here, I don't know, it's taken a little bit of a, you okay, Lexi? You got a cough. It's taken longer since that started happening, so I don't know. And this leaf is stunning. Like, it's just beautiful. Absolutely stunning. But yeah, the Alocasias have been loving this Sansi grow lights. I have a new leaf popping out there on my dragon scale. This one's also very exciting. Look at those juicy roots. This one, honestly, yeah, I'm not kidding. I did a watering last night and there was quite a water reservoir in this one, but it's already like I need to fill it up again. I got a new leaf happening there, and it has, wait, let me put it back in the pot. See if I can show you properly. But it has like a little bit of like speckly variegation, like a tiny bit, but it's so cute. I love it. I love it. And here as well, yeah, this Alocasia mix is blowing my mind. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you properly. Oh, there you go. Look at that. So far, this DIY Alocasia mix that I've made is doing really, really well. Down here as well, on my reverser, I noticed, oh, look there. I noticed a root there. So I'm really happy about that because this one's not done anything since I've had it. So yeah. And the cupria as well. This one has probably taken the best to this Alocasia mix that I've made. I mean, look at those roots. It is taking a while to pop that leaf there. I don't know. Maybe I need to give that one a little bit more light. I don't know. But this is a new addition. Look at that. I decided to put my pseudo-Sandriana in this pot. But I'm going to have to move it but yeah, look at that. Look at those roots. I don't know. I thought pond was the way with my Alocasia, but I've been loving this soil situation. But yeah, I've been obsessed with the shelf. Absolutely obsessed. I cannot stop staring at the shelf. Another plant that's really been catching my eye this last month is, my Billy. My Billy just gave me this big leaf here, and I don't know, it's getting ready to push another leaf there. It's just been going insane, and it's so nice and big and lush. It just, yeah, this plant really sets a jungle vibe for me. Well, it has this like last month, but yeah, I've been loving that plant. The shelf as well, I just love the setup of this shelf. I think it's so pretty. I recently added these cute little, the kids painted these little Christmas balls. But yeah, look at that new leaf of the what is this, Florida Beauty. And there's another new leaf getting ready there. So yeah, that's so exciting. My Clarinervium is gonna give me a new leaf. Oh, look at that. It's so cute when they just come out. So, so pretty. And my Syngonium there is getting really, really bushy. It's like, it definitely sets the vibe. But I have a new leaf that's gonna come out there from the Veitchii. Oh, it's so exciting. And something really exciting that this plant is doing here is, look at that. My Epiprimum neon. It's really, really pretty. And there's another leaf here. It started doing that ever since I moved it to this spot where it gets, yeah, you can tell just like the light that these plants get from the Sansi grow lights. They love it. They absolutely love it. This plant here as well, the Medusa that I got in November, that one, all the leaves have turned to the light. I was really worried that these grow lights, that they were too far away from the plants, but obviously not. And yeah, this is a new leaf here that is absolutely huge. Oh, I love that plant. I really, really love it. And it's also, I don't know, it just makes it so unique that this was made, by a grower here in Belgium. And it's definitely, because I did a little bit more like research on the Pink Lady. The petioles are definitely a lot redder, and the variegation is very, very pretty on this one. Very pretty. So yeah. And then this beauty. So, how am I going to show you this plant? Look at that. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. I've noticed that this changing room, this changing table, I've been moving it more and more over to that side. But because of the Monstera, because it's getting so big, yeah, it popped out a week. I mean, yeah, you guys saw that video. A week after I did that video, it's popped out this leaf. So yeah, it's very, very fresh, as you can see, but look at those fenestrations. Oh, it's so exciting. So yeah, beautiful variegation, this one. I'm really happy that it doesn't have like the white, you know, like the pure white like this here. But I don't know, I've not really noticed that much because it's given me this leaf. So yeah, I'm hoping, I mean, yeah, that one's still got a lot of, you know, it's going to fill like that top part there really, really nicely. But yeah, I'm having an issue with space with this plant. I'll turn it back. But yeah, it will pop out more there. But yeah, that's a very, very, very big plant. In here, very exciting stuff happening here. I lifted them out the other day, so these are all, wait, let's move. These are all little Hoya propagations, and they're doing so, so well. There's some new growth on some of them, but I lifted them out the other day and I saw some roots on the outside, which is so exciting. So fingers crossed, but not one has died, not one. So that's amazing. I'm very, very happy with that. What is this now? I don't know what this is called now. I know people don't say Eskimo anymore because it can be offensive. I don't know. I don't know what this is called now. It's the Corniana something. Anyway, I haven't found any more mealies on that one. I did a Hoya Care Day video and yeah, I found mealies on this one. So I've been watching it like a hawk, but I've not seen any mealies. But I also treated all of my Hoya, actually, all of the plants on this front-facing windowsill. I treated all of them because, yeah, I didn't want to take the chance, and I haven't seen any more mealies, so it's positive. But yeah, for the rest, these plants here at the front have kind of just, I keep on pressing the wrong damn button. But yeah, the Hoyas have not stopped growing. Alexia, you are seriously umfin. What's wrong? You don't want to go outside because you're not comfortable with all the builders. Yeah, the plants here, apart from the Hoyas, I've kind of been taking a little bit of a break. I've noticed here that my little, what is it, bear paw, variegated bear paw, that it's settled. It's looking a lot perkier, a lot just like happier, not as wobbly anymore. So I think it's rooting nicely in there. But yeah, it's so cute. It's so, so cute. So it seems to be quite happy. And then my Linearis has finished blooming. So yeah, there's like, that's the only thing with Hoya, is you have to clean up all of this. But I don't mind that. I just quickly vacuum it up with the dust buster and it's done. But my Linearis has been giving me a lot of new growth. It's just, yeah, I don't know. This plant just does not stop. It's like new growth there. It's just, it seems really, really happy here as well. So yeah, I'm happy. I think it's settled now. It's looking a little bit more perkier. I'm happy that it still bloomed for me after I, did a serious repot for that plant. But yeah, it seems to be quite happy. My Carnosa here that I completely chopped up, I have a lot of new growth, but look what it's doing. It's like tendrilled up I'm letting it do its thing. You do you. I'm not gonna get involved, but yeah, I didn't do that. It did that by itself. So obviously it is one that does like to trellis. I don't know, but I'm just gonna let it be, It's doing her thing. It's just absolutely fine. Same with the Mathilde. Where did I notice? I did take it off. It was starting to like tendril up against the Carnosa here, but I have a lot of new growth there as well. That one also seems to be settled ever since I took it off the trellis because it was looking kind of weird for a while. But yeah, I got new growth there again. And over here, so I think I did mention in one of my previous videos, but this Hoya cordata, it's not going to do anything. I don't think it's going to do anything. It just, yeah. I think it was maybe going to, but you know, Hoyas, they can just give you a peduncle and then not do anything. But it is positive that it did that in the first place. But a lot of new growth on this one. Like, yeah, my Hoyas have not stopped growing. They've just not stopped growing. This Australis here, I need to do something with it because it's getting kind of wild. I'm thinking maybe this one would like a trellis. I don't know. I have a lot of trellises and I kind of like the... You wouldn't have heard that, but like she just farted. It was the cutest little like baby fart. Do you need to go outside? Is that why you're moaning? Oh no, you're just hot. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a lot hotter inside than it is outside now, obviously with the floor heating. So she sometimes struggles in here. She knows I'm talking about her. Yeah, I don't know what to do with the Australis, honestly. I have a lot of trellises here. You know, so I don't really want to... Oh, that's the wrong way. I don't know. Well, I don't have a lot of trellises, but I kind of like the level that I have. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with that one. But the crassula here has not stopped growing. Loves this spot. Look at all that new growth. It's so adorable. So adorable. Oh, Alexi, that really, really stank. I'm aware that's a new leaf. Yeah, this plant, honestly, I love this Hoya. I really do. It's a pity that I can't, like, see the front of it. I mean, the back is also really, really pretty. But that plant is also one that just does not stop growing and is definitely a very thirsty one. Very, very rooted in there. So, I don't know. I've got a feeling I might have to pot that one up next year sometime. This is one of my most recent Hoyas. And this was actually the one that I sent a cutting from this one. Well, it wasn't really a cutting, it was actually a whole plant. Had quite a nice root system as well. To Svetlana, Firefly in the Room, and it didn't make it. I'm so sad about that. It's a thin leaf Hoya, so they are a little bit more sensitive. This one has not done anything. I can see that it looks like it might start pushing out new leaves there. But yeah, I've noticed that Hoyas do this time of year. My Hoyas did this, well, the ones that I had last year, because I've bought a lot of new Hoyas this year. But they do, in the winter, they do tend to, like their new points, they dry up very quickly. So it has tendrilled like a little bit more, but not a lot. It's not really done much. And I've honestly not had to water this one. I've noticed that this one doesn't suck up water as quickly as the others. So, but I haven't lost any leaves from this one. It's just sad that that piece died. But yeah, maybe I'll send her another cutting when we do another one in the like warmer months. I think that might turn out better. Oh dear. Okay, this tendril here was like up against the grow light. It's really hot. Where you going? Stick you. Honestly, I've tendrilled this plant. It's not working. It doesn't want to. Work with me. So many times. Here as well. Like, look at this. It's just, this plant goes insane. Absolutely insane. The amount of times, like, look at the amount of times that I've tendrilled this thing around here. It's just, it blows my mind. Yeah, this one does not stop growing as well. Just most of my Hoyas, honestly, it's just, they go insane. Okay, I'm going to move the grow light. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to show you this one. And this one is very exciting because I've got so much new growth. So this is my Sarawak Cream. And yeah, I've got so much new. This leaf looks kind of weird here. I don't know why it's done that. Maybe it was, but look down there, all of that new growth there. That's so exciting. Yeah, this one's been popping out a lot of new growth. I don't know. It's taken a while for this one to kind of settle since I got it. Let's put the light back. This Hoya here, the Gracilis, I don't know. This one had mealies really, really bad. And I'm not joking when I said that I pressure cleaned all of the mealies off here because it's a very full one. Like it's very, yeah, you can't even see the pot. That's how full it is. It's still in the original pot that it was in when I bought it, and that was honestly probably about 2 years ago. So I really need to up pot this plant. But yeah, I haven't seen any more mealies on the grassolis, so that's positive. I'm happy about that. The markings has looked better. We've actually forgot to water this plant once, and it's kind of taking a while to bounce back. So I don't know, it's not looking as lush as it was. And I featured this plant in one of my favorites, as one of my favorites in my last, for November, I think it was, yeah. So it needs to, I don't know, there's a lot of new growth, like a lot of new growth. But yeah, you can see it's bouncing back from a watering. I think Mitch watered it like 2 days ago, and it's taking a while, but I can see that some of those leaves, they're starting to unfurl. So yeah, it'll get better. But also, whenever, this is a plant that we have to like take down to water, which I don't really like to do because it kind of messes up the display a little bit, but it's fine, you know. It's a very nice lush plant. I actually have a bunch of cuttings here that are also overflowing out of this pot. Like, look at that. Could make a new plant there. I wanted to pot those back up into there, but I don't. It's honestly quite rooted, that plant, so I don't know what we're going to do. Then this corner here, I actually this morning, I was using these little stools as like plant stands for my plants in the corner there, but I really needed them because I bought these adorable, I mean, this isn't plant related, but I mean, is this not the cutest thing in the world? Okay, I've still got some figuring out to do with this gimbal, but I mean, look at that. Look at that. They had these little, like, it was new in Ikea, these little cushions for on the chairs. And yeah, these were the chairs that I was using as a plant stand, but I just thought that was so adorable. So adorable, so adorable. So obviously, yeah, I needed to find a different solution for the plants in the corner. So what I've done is this plant stand, we were not using it. This was by Mitch's corner, but he wants to put a big plant there, so the plant stand would kind of have to go anyway. So yeah, I've put the 69686 on there, and very sadly, I bought this plant upstairs to give it a shower. Oh, look at it looking so shiny. And I snapped 2 leaves off of it. So Mitch is going to be so annoyed with me, but luckily one of the leaves was a leaf that did not have, like, it didn't have this part. It only had like the ear part. That was from months ago that my daughter ripped that off. But the other one was, it was from here. It was quite a new leaf. So, I mean, yeah, it's giving us a new leaf there. And it's got like, got 2 blooms at the moment. I cut one off a couple of days as well. Yeah. Oh, and I think Mitch is also, oh no, it's closed itself. Yeah, that's right. They do that. No, anyway. Or did Mitch cut one off as well? I don't know. This plant had a lot of blooms at one point. I think it had about 5 blooms. I think Mitch might have cut some off. But yeah, this is Mitch's plant. So I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous about that. I hope he's not going to be mad about that. But yeah, I was doing good. I was giving it a shower. But at the same time, I broke 2 leaves off. But it still looks lush and huge. I mean, these leaves are huge. And I did the same with the other plant. I need to actually, with this one, use a rope, but I'm not doing that because the light is hitting that new point there quite nicely, so I'm just going to leave it. Since actually this morning, since I showered this, that leaf has started to unfurl. I hope it's going to be okay. Yeah, that is the glorious over there. So, you know, yeah, this corner is looking really nice and lush. I did recently put my Diefenbachia tiki down here. I just did that like temporarily because it was on the windowsill by the Christmas tree and we wanted to see the Christmas tree, so just put it there for now. But yeah, that is that corner looking really nice and lush. And over here, not really much has been happening. Honestly, my Marantas are driving me a little bit insane. This one has only just seemed to like settle down, but look, it's doing this again. And I know people have told me like it's losing the veining as well. Like the one That one still has it. But the cuttings upstairs, I'm thinking I'm just going to start a new plant because they look so much better, the cuttings that are in water. And none of them have brown, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I'm just going to keep it in water. But like this one is just not looking very good. It's just not, it's very, very crispy. There's some dead, yeah, that's all dead. Oh, I need to just give this plant like a reset. I think I'm just going to take cuttings off this one. I mean, yeah, the new growth looks really, really good. It's probably also not getting enough light. I need to do some moving and put a different plant there. This here, I think I'm going to keep this begonia in water. I took cuttings from this. I mean, look at that. Because it was just one long piece and I wanted a full one. That is actually the look that I wanted. So, I don't know. I might keep it in water. It just seems to be so happy there. So, might as well just keep it like that. My albo, Syngonium albo here, oh my word. It's getting quite tall, but it just recently gave, look at that pretty leaf. That's like so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Yeah, it's getting quite tall again. I need to do some chopping. And I have these pieces here that I need to pot up in there. Very, very rooted. So, yeah, I need to make that. I want to make like a nice full bushy one out of that instead of, you know, just a long one. So yeah, that one seems very, very happy in that spot. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should like let it climb up the side of the cabinet. I don't know. My Psya here. I love this plant. It's so fuzzy. It's so fuzzy. Oh yeah, I have another one that I forgot to talk about. I'll go back to that just now. But this plant just grows like a weed. It just does. It just grows like a weed. And so I put it on top of my cabinet, but I couldn't really see the foliage nicely on top of my cabinet. So I don't know. I could have just left it up there and let the foliage kind of move. Like, I mean, all of those up there, you can see they've all like turned to the light now. So I could have done that, but I really like the display up there of the plants and just like the different types of plants that I have up there. I just think it works. So I don't know. I don't know where to put this because it is so tempting for my daughter. I mean, this plant is honestly so hardy, but very tempting for my daughter. Very, very tempting. So, I don't know. But the other Alocasia is over here. And this one has been, I mean, look at that. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's definitely a little bit on the slower side. It's, you know, it's adjusting. I also repotted it. I need to water it again. But yeah, I gave it its own little grow lights. I think it's so adorable. But I need to, I don't know. It's been fun. Like, it has been fun. But I want to give this one a little bit more humidity just because this, like all of this was already on the plant, but I don't want these new beautiful leaves to, you know, get that crusting as well. So yeah, that is the second little Alocasia. I don't know how you say it. It's so cute. So cute. So yeah, that is pretty much, I suppose I could do like a little bit of an update on my cabinet, but actually this afternoon, after lunch, I am going to tackle this cabinet, and that will be, I'm going to do like a tour and do any repotting that I need to do in here. And yeah, I'm going to be filming that. So that's going to be this afternoon. So that will probably be the next video after this, but it's just looking very, very full. Like, that is the overall view of it. It's looking very, very full. I have all of my little plants in here that I got from Svetlana. I also, oh Lexi, you farting like really bad. You need to go outside. Okay, wait, I'm gonna let her go outside. She clearly needed to go and do her business, but something really exciting, and I'll talk more about this when I do, you know, my cabinet revamp and clean and everything, because this cabinet was also very, very dirty. But I got these adorable little, I'm just going to leave them be, but I'll show them better in that video. I got these I won these two Anthurium hybrids on Instagram. So they're kind of acclimating there, and they've perked up really, really nicely. Like, they're super, super healthy. And yeah, that's very exciting. So yeah, that's an update on that one. This one here, I had to cut. and I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should propagate this in water, because as you can see here, that's where I cut it from. That was from cold damage, unfortunately. So I cut this piece off and popped it back in there, and hopefully it's going to be okay. But yeah, I don't know. It actually feels a lot plumper than it did the other day. That's positive. So yeah, I'm gonna have a fuller one, but it's just, yeah, pity about that. But I have heard, well, I've done a little bit of research on it. It's apparently very easy to propagate, so I hope it's gonna be okay. But yeah, that's that one. This is also very exciting. So this is an Alocasia Mellow. I watered this yesterday, that's why it looks so. But this Alocasia Mellow, this was actually my biggest one. And it did absolutely nothing for months. I took it out of pon, I put it in this DIY Alocasia mix that I've made, and it's popping out a leaf. Like not even 2 weeks after I put it into soil. It's just amazing. So I've definitely noticed with some Alocasia that they do better in soil. I don't know, this experiment that I'm doing with Alocasia soil, it just seems to be working for some of them. And I also have this beautiful cutting from my mom. Let's try and shimmy it out of here. Oh, it's rooting very, very nicely. Yeah, my mom has an absolutely beautiful, look at that. Look at that, the size of those leaves. Yeah, she has a beautiful Syngonium mottled. And I mean, this is my one. I used to have a really big one and I chopped it up and all the leaves reverted. And this is the only cutting that I saved. And that's a new leaf there. And it's variegated, thank goodness. So that's positive, but I'm gonna pot these two up together. But yeah, I mean, look at that newest leaf. It's just stunning. She has a beautiful specimen of Syngonium mottled, and it's rooting nicely there, but Syngonium is so easy to propagate as well. It's just, yeah, my one, I had a beautiful, big one, and I chopped it up because it was just getting so big, and unfortunately, they all reverted. But you know, that can happen with variegated plants. I put my, what is this? Alocasia Pink Dragon in my cabinet here. This was upstairs. Look, you can see new roots there. I put this into soil as well because it was doing nothing in pon. That there is my Alocasia Black Velvet. It just dropped all of its leaves. I have noticed, I think this is the second Black Velvet that I have, but I have noticed that they go dormant this time of year if they don't get like the perfect conditions. So that one is, I've put this one in this cup, and I did notice, yeah, I've got some new roots there. Because in pon, it just dropped all of its roots. Very randomly, just, I was keeping up with watering, I was doing everything exactly the same, and all of a sudden, it just, what is going on here? Okay. My cupria that I put into, okay, I'm just going to pop it back in there, and I'll deal with that in that video, but I think it's rotted. This one was in sphagnum moss, and yeah, I had to take off a lot of roots as well. And I can see a root there, but I don't know. I was just able to pull that stem out of there, so I think, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I've got a lot of work to do in my cabinet. Up here, this is the Hoya, what is this? The Rosita. Got a lot of new growth here, and it's nice and like purpley because it's so close to the light. And my Thomsonii, yeah, look at all that new growth from the Thomsonii. It's just doing so well. It seems to be very, very happy in that spot. My string of pearls is still alive. I've honestly, ever since it's become this full and bushy, I've only had to water this plant probably about once a month, because it obviously keeps onto moisture a lot better now that it's so full, but it's still alive. My battery died, but anyway, I was talking about this one. So this is a little cutting. It's got a ton of roots, but I don't think this one has a growth point. So I don't know. I don't know. It's got a lot of roots, but I don't know. It's not really done anything since I've got it. So I don't think that one actually has a growth point, or like where growth can, you know, come from. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't know. the area here, I need to take this plant out of my cabinet. It is getting very long and it's like blocking the light for a lot of my other plants. I recently, yeah, last night I did quite a lot of watering. I can only really do watering at night, but I got this leaf out because, oh, the pink princess, the leaves always get stuck. It's so annoying. But yeah, unfortunately, you know, it's not really getting enough light, so I need to move that Hoya out of here. It's quite big now anyway. Actually, that as well. That also blocks a lot of light. But that plant is so finicky, I'm just leaving it. I'm leaving it be. I'm not moving that plant. I know when I take it out of this cabinet, it will die on me. I just know it. Yeah, I have a lot of Alocasia in this cabinet. What do we have here? Oh yes, this is a very sad update. So this is all that's left of my Watsoniana. It's pushing a new leaf there, but so basically what happened was, I've mentioned this before, but I dropped that plant. There was stratum everywhere. I decided then to put it into pon, and it just threw a fit. It did not like pon. I've noticed that this one has very, very fine roots. I have noticed that with some Alocasia, that some of them are finer, some of them have thicker roots. It's just, yeah. Anyway, I think that one would appreciate a little bit more of a finer semi-hydro mix. So I have gone ahead and purchased a finer one because I had quite a chunky one and it didn't like that. It did not like that. It basically within a week dropped all of the leaves and all of the roots started to rot. So I took it out of there and I put it into stratum, and I can see there's a new leaf going to push out there. So I'm hoping it's going to be okay, but it's just, yeah, that's very, very sad because that was a really nice big full plant. This is a Auslanii that I need to take actually that off. But yeah, I have, like I said, I have a lot of work to do in this cabinet. This is a little, I think it's a Bambino. My mom gave it to me, but my Bambino also did the exact same thing as the black velvet. It just dropped all of the roots, all of the leaves. Unfortunately, the stem was quite a juvenile one, so I wasn't really able to. Yeah, that black velvet has a stem that's pretty much all the way to the bottom, so it survived. It was fun. But I lost that Bambino, which was very, very weird. And it happened around about the same time. I don't know, maybe it was changing conditions. I don't know. So that's a little Bambino that I'm hoping to grow back. This is one of the plants that Svetlana gave me. It did unfortunately drop one leaf, and I think it might drop that leaf as well. But I'm loving this like subtle variegation. It's so pretty. This leaf does not look very good. Yeah, I don't know. But I do see action happening. There's some new roots happening in there. Same with this one that she gave me. This one's picked up really, really nasty. Like, look at that. It's so pretty. Yeah, there's action happening in there. See? The little baby roots. That's very exciting. And then, of course, how can I pass this plant? The Heterophylla has unfurled that leaf. So, oh, just so exciting. And actually, funny enough, behind it is another little Alocasia Corner that I also got. Wait, is that one? Is it? Is that the Alocasia? I don't know. I was also gifted that. Is a little corn in there. It's not rotted or anything. It's just, I think it might be dormant. I don't know. But it's not died, so that's positive. And yeah, for the rest, this Alocasia here is doing something exciting. Finally. Okay, oh my word, it is so like full in here. Yeah, there's new roots there. Oh, you can't really see. Oh, there you go. Here's a nice juicy root. Yeah, look, it's finally doing something. Finally. So, it obviously just needed a fresh set of stratum. I don't know. I have some begonia cuttings. Yeah, I love this begonia. But yeah, as you can see, I need to take it out of there. Yeah, I have a lot of work to do in here, like a lot of work. But yeah, that's the top shelf. And then on the bottom, I have some Hoyas here that have been giving me so much new growth. Like I've got, oh wow. I've got new leaves there, here as well. A new one popping out. That's a new leaf. That's a new leaf, that's a new leaf. Jeez. This plant here, this was such a nice full little plant. What is this? This is a Ripsalis of some kind. And that's all that's left. So I put it in my cabinet. Yeah, I potted it when I bought it. It was kind of in a really, really teeny tiny pot. And then, I don't know, it's shocked. Just wasn't happy. But that piece is still surviving, so I'm hoping I can get it back. And, oh yes, oh no, I very sadly lost my New Guinea Ghost. Oh, I'm so bummed about that. I already have it like open in my phone to order another one, but I'm really, really trying not to order any more plants until like next year, which is not that long. It's like less than a month, but still, it's very, very hard. That was a wish list Hoya. Yeah, one of you warned me about that plant. It just, I don't know, one day I looked at it and all of the leaves have dropped. I took it out of its pot and the roots looked fine, but they felt off. So right now I have that stick, like, well, yeah, I have it up in my second cabinet upstairs. I'll show you that upstairs when I go into my propagation room, but I think that is a goner. I don't know, it's just a stick, but the stick does not really feel that healthy anymore, so yeah, my Wilbur Graves is, you know, giving me a lot of new growth there. The Tequila Sunrise, as you can see there, is doing something there. But yeah, that one is fine. It's just very sad about that New Guinea Ghost because that was a plant that I was so happy about. And it honestly happened overnight. It really did. It's definitely a little bit more on the finicky side with watering. I think when I do get that one again, which is hopefully very, very soon, I actually put it on my Christmas wish list. It wasn't expensive. Like, it was only €9, but that's not the point. I was so excited about that. So yeah, I will be getting that one again soon, but I think I will keep it in the pot that it's in a little bit longer and just let it acclimate. I think it just shocked. I think that's what happened there. And then down here, what is this? Is this Luxurians Regal or Regal? Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, got 2 new leaves happening there. And there was another one somewhere here. I don't know, but there's another, what's this? Oh yeah, that's the crystallinum. Yeah, look, the crystallinum's not really, I need to separate. There's like 4 in that pot. But this plant is huge. I'm thinking I'm going to have to take it out of here. But I put it in here because I wanted to, you know, let it acclimate, let it, you know, adjust and, you know, just give it a little bit more time. So yeah, that one seems to be really, really happy. Got new growth on there. I have a new leaf there on my Rockrianum. And I saw the other day, look at it, a root. Another one there as well. Yeah, seems to be happy. Seems to be happy, but I want to put that one into a bigger pot. I need to do a lot of work in this cabinet. That's going to be a long video, but you guys have told me that you like long videos. So yeah, this one will also be long. Actually, updates usually are, but this is really exciting. So I did this in a plant shorts video. This is my Calathea White Fusion, and look at all of that is new growth. It's so exciting. So exciting. I don't see, there is there. But yeah, look at that. All of that new growth. So it's so exciting. I'm so happy that that plant came back. My Magnificum is giving me a new leaf there. Also one that, geez, I really need to put in a bigger pot. The Luxurian leaves have finally hardened off. That's a recent one. And that one as well. Yeah, there's 2 in here. This is also one that I want to take out of here because it's been in this pot for a very, very long time and I don't see any roots on the outside. And if I compare that to other anthuriums, like this one, for example, this is my Crystallinum Regal. It's giving me a new leaf there already, but I mean, look at those roots. And it's not been in this pot for very long. So I don't know what this Luxurians is doing. It did have a small root system, so I don't know. You know, some just take a little bit longer than others. My Frydek has not done anything. Oh, this leaf is going to go. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, yeah, I have a lot of work to do. Same with the Queen of Hearts there, my Anthurium Queen of Hearts. It's looked like that since I've gotten it, so I need to take it out of that pot and put it in a big pot. You know, I think it'll be happier like that. But this one has not done anything. I'm thinking, I don't know. Lately, I've been of opinion that I think that my Alocasia are not really appreciating this chunky semi-hydro, because I've put some in the finer, like, you know, like you can get Alocasia Pon. Well, I get my semi-hydro from Stall Ninja, and they have a coarse mix and a fine mix. So I've gotten the fine mix, and some of the Alocasia Pon that I've reused for some Alocasia, they seem to be a lot happier in that. So I'm thinking that's just the way forward. I shouldn't have honestly changed anything with my Alocasia. I don't know why. I don't know. I just thought, you know, the more chunkier, the better, because there's a lot of aeration, but, you know, I was wrong. But I am planning on doing a, like, video on pon, like semi-hydro, just in general, after I've used it for a year, which is in January, and my opinions on it, any tips, because I've learned a lot this last year. I've made a lot of mistakes, so I want to, you know, share that so you guys don't have to make those mistakes. But yeah, that is my cabinet. A lot of work. A lot of work. And you'll be seeing that in the next video. So yeah, up there, not really. Up. I'm going the wrong way. Up there, not really much has happened. My begonia up there is starting to make its, I don't know, it's getting quite big. Oh my word. Oh my word. Okay, go down. It's not really going to pick up. Look at all the hair. Oh, yeah, well, that's what happens when you're leaning on her bed. But yeah, that is this side of the room. A lot's been happening. A lot of growth. And plants seem to be quite happy. I've not had pests in my collection for a while now. Well, not in my collection. Mitch has, but I'm going to do Mitch's plants at the end. I'm first going to do my plants just so that I can, you know, kind of keep them separate. But the kitchen island is also kind of looking a little bit full. Yeah, I bought this Alocasia poly in Ikea. It's so nice and big. Like, look at those leaves. That was about 2 weeks ago. Was that 2 weeks ago? Maybe just? No, on Friday it will be 2 weeks. And yeah, it seems to be happy. I'm just kind of leaving it. It's still in its original pot. I'm not going to mess with it. I do have to water this quite a lot. It's in just pure cocoa coir. But yeah, I need to do something. I need to just give it a spot, actually, because it's just been hanging out on the island here like this, and it's not really getting enough light. But over here, so this is my Alocasia Corner. Don't really think much has been happening. Yeah, no, actually. Only recently I noticed my Alocasia Jacqueline is going to give me, what is it, Tanderosa? I don't know what the proper name is. But yeah, it's going to give me a new leaf there, which is exciting. I've put this one here as well. This used to be on my cabinet. It's the Splash, the I don't know how you say it, but yeah. It has my little ninja. I don't know why it's doing this with the leaf. I don't know. Yeah, the 2 new leaves, since I potted it up, don't really look so good. So they need to, you know, it just needs to adjust. I need to honestly actually do some Alocasia care as well. I want to take this. So this is my Choco. I want to take it off that moss pole because I'm trying to like not get rid of some moss poles, but just like the amount of moss poles, I want it less. And honestly, I've seen this one size up nicely, not on a moss pole, so I'm just going to take it off the moss pole. It wants to give me a new leaf there, but that's been like that for a very long time, so it's just, I don't know, it's going through something. I'm not really sure that it's liking this coarse semi-hydro mix. I don't know. And this was also another one that I took out of the cabinet upstairs. Do I see any roots? Oh yeah, I do. Can see there's some roots. Yeah, this is the, what is this? It's not the Zebrina, it's the Siberian tiger. Yes, that's it. The leaves are a slightly different shape to the Zebrina. And the big Zebrina, that I rescued is, honestly, lately it's been looking a little bit sad. I don't know, it's not as perky, and I think it's definitely because of light. Because, yeah, obviously, you know, it's that time of year, we don't see the sun that much, and alocasias do love their light, and even though, I mean, this is north facing, but we don't, like, there's 2 windows here, so it does, you know, they do get a lot of light. But like I've noticed with the Tanderosa, I don't know the right way you say it, I've noticed that one is just not, that is actually technically Mitch's plant. Oh my word. I just thought of that. He grew that from a corn that he bought. And actually, maybe I should put the Tanderosa there, because that's where the plant stand was. I'm going to ask him about that just now when he's home for lunch. I might do that because it needs so much more light. So much more light. I have to turn this plant like almost every second day. But anyway, I completely forgot what I was saying. Yes, light. I'm thinking about getting 2 like pendant lights for this corner because they're not getting enough light. And you guys know I love my Alocasia. They are my favorite genus. So I want to give them the best conditions. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking of those pendant lights. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of, and I also really want to keep this to just Alocasia. And as you can see, some philodendron have made their way into here just because I don't have any other space. This is our second splendid. I need to actually list that to sell it. It's just, I mean, it's beautiful. It's just, I'm having a hard time separating with it, but there's no point of having 2. There's no point. The dubia actually fell over the other day because I watered it and it was so top heavy because it was taking a while for the water to like get all the way down the pole, and it fell over. So I had to completely repot that plant and I had to put it in a bigger pot, in a heavier pot. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This corner has kind of been irritating me lately because I want to keep it to Alocasia and I've had to put other plants amongst it. Like the Calathea makoyana is also one that I absolutely adore. Look at it. It just looks so nice and lush. But I need to take it out of that pot because the pot is sucking up the water. I probably need to repot that plant as well because it's so root bound. It really, really likes that plant. So, you know, but yeah, I need to do some plant care. I've been sick, so I've been struggling. I need to get back on top of my plant care. I've been on top of watering and fertilizing and cleaning leaves and all that, sick or not. That's like my me time. So I still do that stuff, but I'm just struggling with, I need to do some plant care. I really need to do some plant care. So stay tuned for probably an Alocasia care day because I need to get to that. I need to do that. This is so exciting. Look at this leaf. I'm really glad it's like lunchtime now and the workers are not. Otherwise, they would be looking at me. Look at that new leaf on the Majestic. Oh, my word. It's just so stunning. It's so big as well. Yeah, this plant loves this north-facing window. So, oh, it's just so beautiful. So beautiful. This is a plant. This Dieffenbachia, I don't know. It's been irritating me lately. You know when sometimes plants it's just not looking, I mean, yeah, it looks good now, but I don't know, I feel like it looks better on camera. It's just becoming very tree-like, which I know that Dieffenbachia do that, but I'm not really liking, I don't know, you know when there's like just like some plants that you all of a sudden just go off of? That's how I'm feeling about this one. But it's so beautiful. I'm not going to get rid of it, but usually when I feel that way about plants, I put them in the propagation room because it could be that like in a month's time I'll change my mind. That's just the way it goes. Over here is one of my baby plants. Look at that leaf. Oh, look at that. The elbow that I won. Look at all of this exciting stuff happening in here. Like all of those juicy roots. On here as well. How satisfying is that? Yeah, this plant seems very, very happy. I can't get over this plant. I really can't. It's such a beautiful one. I'm so glad that I have this in my collection. So, so glad. It's just so beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it in water for a while, but so beautiful. Oh, love it. I mean, just like that variegation on this one, it's just so stunning. So stunning. And then yes, I have a frosted heart here, also a wish list plant that I got. And it's just given me this new leaf. Yeah, seems to be happy. I did have it on a pole. I took it off the pole because I didn't really like the look of it. So I don't see any new, oh, take that back. There's some new roots there. Yeah, such a pretty plant. Such a pretty plant. Oh, I could actually put that where my Maranta is. I don't know. Oh yeah, this morning, I had to cut off this leaf off the Strelitzia because it was drooping and it wasn't really coming back. But this plant is honestly, it's so big. It's so big. Just look at that. Yeah, I don't know. And it's not happy. It's not happy. You can see, I don't know. It's not happy. It needs so much more light. Honestly, I cannot wait until like our attic is finished because I think this one would really love to stand under one of those, you know, like Velux windows just to get a lot of light. Because this one has been suffering since we brought it inside. Obviously, outside it got so much more light. But yeah, it's just not happy. It's just not happy. My Campii is giving me a new leaf. I want to finish filming this part because otherwise they're going to come back from their lunch break. But anyway, yeah, look at that. A new leaf. Yeah, this plant seems to be really happy in this north-facing window. So, and it's so pretty. I love the Campii. It just gives that like jungle vibe. And then over here. So yeah, I showed you this just now, but I have a new leaf on. It's, yeah, I'm just going to leave it be because it's still, you know, it's still unfeeling and still hardening off. I got a new leaf on the Majestic. Oh, Majestic, what am I saying? The Regal Shield. That was the last leaf. And that's a new leaf. And I have another new leaf here as well at the bottom, but that is the little baby one. That's my one. That's fighting for survival against this big, the big mama. But yeah, this plant is so happy. Oh no. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. I knew it. No! Oh, the light is burning the leaves. This plant is getting too big. Okay, let's just turn it like that for a bit. It was too close to the grow light. Oh, that's sad. That is the only thing about the sand sea lights is they are so incredibly strong. You've got to be careful you don't burn your plants. You really have to be careful. But yes, we have an empty spot there. So I think I might put the Jacqueline there. The Tenderosa. I think it will be happy there. I'm going to have to put it on a roller thing because of the floor heating. But anyway, I'm going to give you like an overview of Mitch's corner. His plants. Oh, look at that. Oh, that anthurium. Yeah, his plants have been looking so good. I recently did my anthurium collection video. I should have called it Mitch's anthurium collection video. But it's our collection. No, it's our collection. But yeah, the anthuriums, ever since we installed this this was one that we already had, the Plantspectrum 32. That light used to stand in the corner where the linear Lifespectrum is now. And yeah, we installed it here. It looks so good. It's so pretty. But the anthuriums have been absolutely loving it. Like, I'm just like, wow. They have been absolutely loving it. We've got new growth on all of the anthuriums. We got a new leaf there on the silver blush. This, look at that. This is a Forgetii hybrid, I'm assuming. Look at that leaf. I mean, it's huge. It's absolutely stunning. And that leaf there from the Crystallinum Regal, oh my God. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. I mean, is there anything more perfect than that? It's just so stunning. It's just so stunning. And then yes, he's got his not his alocasias, his colocasias everywhere. And Look, he actually was really happy up with that here, but it's so cute. That little Christmas decoration, so adorable. But yeah, these are his colocasias, and they have also been absolutely, I mean, look at them. They've been going insane. Ever since Mitch put them inside, obviously, because these were all outside. We grow these in like the spring and summer. We put them outside. But he put them inside, and they've just been going insane. Absolutely insane. Like, look, that's going to be such a big leaf. The only thing is that these colocasias are absolute magnets for pests. Absolute magnets. He found pests. You can see there's a little bit of damage here. He has treated them. This is a new leaf because it's still hardening off. This is his crystallinum hybrid. Oh, that leaf is so stunning. But yes, it's such a shame about that, because he did find pests on them, and that's ever since he bought these inside. But the colocasias are magnets for pests, absolute magnets. And also, of course, they were all in they were actually growing, it was kind of like a hydroponic sort of, he had these constantly, oh, he needs to fill it up. See, they're just constantly sitting in water. Colocasias do like that. But the soil obviously came from outside, so that means that there can be a lot of pests in there, a lot of fungus gnats as well, ever since he bought those inside. But yeah, I need to put one of those sticky things here, actually. But yeah, like these leaves from the pests look a little bit sick. And it's just very unfortunate. But I suppose there's a reason why these do better outside. But these, I mean, they're beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. And his Vitirifolium, this leaf has just hardened off. Yeah, I said that I thought this one had a fungal issue. I did treat it after that video with like some neem oil and like the concoction that I have. It's neem oil, alcohol, and peppermint, I think. And I've noticed that the rings they've almost disappeared. I don't know, it's very weird. Like all of a sudden, I couldn't see it anymore. So I don't know what that was. I have no idea. But yeah, so that is on his cabinet. He is thinking about getting rid of this plant. This is the Rhaphidophora decursiva. It's just not doing anything. It keeps on making a new growth. Like there's a point here, but it keeps on growing and then dying off. And yeah, I don't know. His Brazil is looking so nice and lush. And then, so the cabinet. Exciting things happening in the cabinet. Very, very exciting. I just had a lunch break, but look how adorable Lexi is. Is she cute? She can hear her daddy. Her daddy is leaving to go back to work. Bully. Hey? Bully. Yeah. You're so cute. Hey, you're so cute. Yes, the car is reversing. There's the ears, oh my word. Anyway, where was I? Yes, I wanted to start on the cabinet. So we have Mitch's cabinet here. Mitch and I were actually just talking, and I am going to put the Tanderosa over there because, yeah, it's giving a new leaf and it seems to be really happy. And I've seen that in other people's collection that it kind of goes dormant this time of year. So the fact that it's giving us a new leaf, I think that's only the third leaf this year as well. It's more on the slower side. But I don't know, just want to give it optimal conditions, you know? So let's turn down. Again, sorry about all the noise. The guys have started working again, so it's loud. But exciting things happening here. So this leaf, I posted this on my Instagram. Does anyone else do this? But just like the pop. Oh, it's just so stunning. It's so stunning. It's the dragon moon. Yeah, I put it in Mitch's cabinet because it just was not doing very well where it was. It just was not getting enough lights. It wasn't happy. Put it in the cabinet, and pretty much 2 weeks after we put it in the cabinet, it gave us that stunning big leaf. So that is so, so exciting. I put this Ninja, yeah, you guys saw me put this into stratum, and as you can see, it's rooting very nicely. It's very, very happy. And I think this was a new leaf. Yeah, it does still have a little bit of like damage on it, but it seems to be happy. Oh wait, no, I think that's a new leaf. Yes, this one is. So yeah, a lot smaller. So it wasn't happy, but there's a lot of roots there. I don't know if it's going to pick up because of the stratum, because you filled up the water. But the rest of his cabinet is mainly anthuriums, colocasia. There's one colocasia here, and alocasias. Yeah, those are kind of Mitch's thing. He does also, there's a couple of philodendrons that he absolutely loves. Like his, this is the silver sword. Oh, it's such a pretty plant. Need to actually give that one. He's put a stick in there, but he's not attached the plant. It's going off. But yeah, I recently showed this in my last video, the Anthurium collection video. This is the Crystallina magnificum hybrid, and it's just given us this leaf. How beautiful is that? So yeah, Mitch did a lot of repotting, and yeah, just given his plants some TLC, and they're doing really, really well. And Lexi's coming to join me. Bully, hey, you want some attention? The Velanorum, I don't even know how to say that properly, is giving a new leaf there, so that's exciting. Oh, Lexi, please do not start. Do you want to go outside? It stinks fast in here, like it's really, really bad. His Aslanii also was just not doing very well. Put it in the cabinets and it gave us 3 new leaves. Yeah, this plant just seems to be so happy. Can you not? No, don't lick the gimbal, please. Thank you. Oh, Molly, she's being very needy. You're being very needy. And Mommy's sitting on the floor, so yeah, that is invitation, hey? Invitation. For some cuddles and some loving. Oh, you're losing a lot of hair, dear. Eh? Losing a lot of hair. You need to go outside. She doesn't really seem to want to go outside with the builders. I mean, obviously they're making a lot of racket, but she doesn't care. Okay, do you want to go outside? You need to do poo? Okay, come. I'll let you outside. Yeah, I think she just needed to do her business. But yes, the Aslanii is giving us a lot of new growth. It's going to push out a new leaf there as well. So this one is also one that just appreciates a lot higher light. And yeah, it's a lot happier in the cabinet. He potted up there's some 2 little baby magnificums there that are pushing out new leaves. Look at that. It's so pretty. So, so pretty. This leaf has finally hardened off. Unfortunately, it does have some damage there, but that was already there when I unboxed it. Oh my word. Yep. Jeez. Oh, that's the only thing with building a new house. There's so much noise. This is the Luxurian Radicans. Also looking good. Let's see. Oh, there. That was not there before. Wow. Also doing very well. And now Lexi's going to start barking at them. I suppose I can't really blame her. They are making a racket. The Warcranum is going to push out a new leaf there, so that's exciting. The Anthurium no ID, this leaf is quite a new one. I think it was pushing out this one. That's another new leaf. But he still needs to up-pot that one. Just hasn't had the time for it. And then up here, he has this. This is an Alocasia. This is the one with the yellow stem. I don't know what it's called. Rooted very, very nicely in the stratum. This is his green shield Alocasia. And then there he has a colocasia. I don't know which one this is. This is the one with like the black stem. I don't remember what that's called. And then here in the middle, he's still got this. And it's doing very well. It's pushing out a lot of new growth. So, and I can see, it's going to give us a picture there. Sorry if it's really, really bright. But yeah, that one seems to be a lot happier ever since I think he put it into, that's just pure sphagnum moss. Yeah. And it's getting a lot more light. So it's just, yeah, it just seems to be happier. And then up there, he has a cutting of what's left of his Milano chrysum. And it seems to be, oh wow, rooted very, very nicely. So yeah, got a new leaf there as well. Don't know what he wants to do with that, but you know, that's his thing. He can have fun with that. But yeah, that is Mitch's cabinet. Looking good and very, very lush. Plants seem to be very, very happy. They're loving the extra attention. This is also something that we've been doing differently. Can you see how much that's filled up? But look at all those new roots. It seems to like having a reservoir that's a little bit more full. So maybe that's also a reason why it's doing a lot better, but that leaf is stunning. I love that alocasia. Absolutely love it. So yes, that is the cabinet. He also on the kitchen island here has his Discoria discolor. He doesn't really know what he wants to do with this. So it used to actually live on the shelf here where that Colocasia used to be, but it, as you can see, all the new growth, because of the grow light that we've installed there now, it was starting to go dormant and then it just kind of stopped and started growing again because it was obviously getting a lot better light. I mean, yeah, it didn't have a grow light before, but I don't know what he wants to do. I think he might want to try and get this one to go dormant and start over with it because it's just, yeah, it's a mess. It is such a tangled mess. I mean, look at all of this. But yeah, I don't know what he wants to do with that. He's just put that, yeah, to kind of decide and see. He's home tomorrow, so maybe he'll do something with it then. I don't know. The staghorn fern is still living here. It's just given, I mean, look at that big new leaf. Yeah, I want to mount this. Oh, that is actually a plant that I recently got rid of. I did a video on it actually on the crocodilus fern. I got rid of that one. What I was doing wrong with that is instead of just keeping the moss moist, I was kind of putting it under the tap like every 2 days, and it just kind of slowly, it was happening very, very slow because it was also giving new growth, which was kind of weird. But I kind of tried to tug at a leaf that was dying off and the whole thing just came out of there. So yeah, it had obviously rotted away. I wasn't really able to save anything from that, which is sad. But with the staghorn fern, I want to do things a little bit differently when I'm just like care-wise. Mounting-wise, do exactly the same thing because I really like that setup. And I would definitely recommend if you want like a different type of display. But yeah, that's that one. Also still just kind of lives randomly, doesn't really have a home. On here as well, he's got two, which ones are these? These are the Ansate banana plants. We've just recently bought our big one from outside. Yeah, that's kind of in its winter sleep now. And yeah, he saved these two from his work. They were just going to throw them away. They were left over. So he's got those two just as a backup, just in case, you know, because you never know. You never know. And it's a beautiful banana. And then this is, I think, the Colocasia. I don't know. It's the one that he said that gets black leaves, but it needs a lot of light for it to go black. Like when it was outside, literally the leaves were black. But now that we've brought it back inside, all this new growth is, you know, like green. So that's normal, but yeah, need to give this one a spot. My humidifier, this last month put it on the kitchen island just so that it's a little bit more like in the center. I also used to have an aroma diffuser by my Alocasia Corner, but I moved that because I wanted, I needed to get another one, but I have another humidifier upstairs that we're not using that I want to put in the Alocasia Corner. But the more I'm going through this, the more I'm like, okay, I need to actually start writing things down because I actually have a list of things to do, and I definitely want to do an Alocasia care day because I have a lot to do and a lot to move. And like, for example, that, you know, Tanderosa and all that. But anyway, yeah, This one, it's just a lot better with having the humidifier here. It's also a lot easier to like fill it up from here. But this thing is on all the time now. As you can see, humidity now is 63, but it is set for 65. So as soon as it hits 65, it will stop. And if it goes below the 60 then it will restart again. Just because, yeah, I mean, it's cold now, you know, so when we come downstairs in the morning, this indicator, because yeah, we switch it off at night, this indicator actually says this morning it was 43%. So if it wasn't for this humidifier, I think a lot of plants would not be very happy, because I've had this for 2 years now, and I noticed within the first couple of weeks of having this, that specifically my Alocasia, they were a lot happier as soon as I had this one. So, you know, this one is currently living here like this because Mitch has had enough of it. I should have actually predicted it. I mentioned this plant in my plants that I would not repurchase video, but I'm kind of thinking that I think I'm going to take all the leaves off and try and propagate it, because it just doesn't really seem, I mean, there's roots there. There's nice roots there. I don't know. I'm going to ask him if I can, you know, try and rehab it and maybe get it back, because I've seen like this is the Pilea Pepperoides Mojito. I've seen this one online and it can get really, really pretty, but all of this new growth looks awful because it's not getting enough light, obviously. And I don't know. I want to restart with this. So I think with some of these leaves at the bottom, I'm just going to take them off, try and propagate, take everything off, put the stem maybe in water and just like completely restart this plant. But I'm going to ask him if I can do that, you know, if I can kind of take over and sort of rescue this plant from him, because he's not interested in it anymore. It's irritating him. And I've noticed that, you know, key-wise, he just doesn't really want to take care of it anymore, which, you know, it can happen. Sometimes you just go off plants and that's okay. But I want to give it a try. I don't know. I love rescuing plants, so I want to give it a try. You can see a little bit of the variegation on this leaf, but not a lot. I think that would just be so pretty. Like, I don't know. We'll see. And then this is very exciting. So this company recently reached out to me and asked if I, you know, wanted to test some of their products. So I'm going to be testing their Anthurium mix and their Alocasia soil mix. I'm very excited. So yeah, I'm going to be using this for some plants in my cabinet. So I'll talk more about this product and this brand in that video. But I thought that was really exciting that they reached out to me for, you know, to test their products. I really like that. It's not just like, I've had companies reach out to me and say, oh, you know, can you like promote this product or whatever? But if it's a product that I'm not really...
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm just waiting because they are putting a giant skip on the back of a truck and it's very loud. I don't know if you can hear that. And he's looking right at me, but anyway, I'm gonna have to get used to it. Okay, it's driving away now. I completely lost my thing there. Yeah, I don't know. Companies that just say, oh, can you promote, you know, like advertise. But I like that they reached out to me and said, you know, do you want to give it a try? And yeah, I'm keen to try it. And I love supporting. I don't know if this is a small company or not. I know it's a company in Holland, but I don't know. I'm very excited to give that a try. They gave me a gift card so I could like choose my own things. But I also want to try, this is their semi-hydro mix. They also have that. But it also looks like quite a chunky one. So I don't know. We'll see. But I think that is pretty much everything downstairs. So usually when I do these updates, I don't go upstairs to my propagation room, but my kids are not home at the moment. So I can go upstairs and I can give you an update up there, which I'm so excited about. Okay, so we are upstairs. This is kind of the view from the hallway, the propagation room. I actually recently did a huge clear out, but it took me all day. I actually really wanted to film it, but I didn't do that because that would have taken me even longer and I was kind of limited on time. So, but I definitely do want to do that in the future. But yeah, that's the overview. I need to move. Matteo got his big boy bed. And that's like part. Look at his big boy bed. Oh, they're growing up too quickly. Okay, plants. This one, the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, Mitch still needs to do something with this plant. I don't know what he wants to do with it. I don't, but I'm not touching it. It's very difficult not to do anything with it, but I'm not going to touch it. Then my Monstera, this was a teeny tiny baby that I bought from the Ikea, I think a year ago, and it did not do anything for a very long time until now. Now it seems to be very happy, and it's been doing that ever since I've been giving it more water. So I think it's a thirsty one, and I just need to uppot it, if I'm being honest. This plant, so this is, what is this? This is the Epipremnum. Is it green marble? I have no idea. I've put this up here for now because I've not been loving it. It's just not what I thought it would be. But ever since I put it up here, look at all that new growth with like the pretty marble. That's what I wanted. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of this plant, but I thought, oh, this would be a pretty plant maybe to put like, you know, in the attic upstairs when that room is eventually done. So yeah, I just have it here, but it seems to be quite happy. So I'm just going to leave it be. This, I noticed this the other day. I don't think I've ever shown this on my channel, but this is a terrarium that I did about 2 years ago, and it is absolutely, it's full. It's a jungle. Like there's hardly, that's a peperomia of some kind. I have no idea. This is the Apilia moonshine something. I don't know. But there's a fern in there. It's like completely overgrown. It's so pretty. It's very, very happy here. It gets light from the grow light here. And I don't know, it just seems to be very, very happy there. I think the last time you guys saw this, this all looked very, very different. So yeah, I've done this. So this used to be all closed, a closed area. And I started to notice that plants were bleaching. Like this is a very, very strong light. Yeah, honestly, I would not recommend this, like for, I don't know, but I've put it here and I've got it like leaning on the on the stairs there just to keep it like even higher because it was bleaching some plants. So here I just have like, these are all plants that I want to sell or trade, except for this bat flower plant. But yeah, they're just kind of grown in here. This is also a great way to like acclimate. And I also found that plants were having a hard time acclimating coming out of this area because it was 95% humidity in this thing with the lid over it. It was too much and they were struggling. And I don't like trading or selling plants that need like even more time to acclimate and might have like a setback. So this just worked a lot better. Down here I have my cuttings from my Florida green. I need to change up that water. I don't know why it's that color. Oh, there's a new leaf I'm feeling in the water. Oh my word. This was a Monstera cutting from that Plant Lovers Day. It's rooting nicely in there. And they're just getting good light from the grow lights. And then this is a bin of, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's seven Alocasia regal shields in here. I don't know, I'm really struggling to sell these. People are just not interested in them. They're just, I mean, they grow like a weed. They're growing way too quickly. So it's going to be even harder to like ship them. I don't know, I've also been just giving them away as freebies because I have so many. It's just becoming a joke. But yeah, those are those. And then down here, I have, just like some Enstratum, more regal shields, and I have an Aglaonema there that is kind of, it's doing a lot better now, it's getting more light, but this is on a heat mat, so I have to water this quite frequently, but yeah. I have a bin here as well, full of, I mean, look at that, it's so beautiful. These are all the Silverian, Scindapsus silverian. I have this Anthurium, which is a Crystallina magnificum, that I actually need to uppot. It is in a tiny, tiny pot for its root system. Up here, I have a tray of Acuminata. Yeah, I did a lot of organizing here just to make it like easier. I also sometimes I have like people that come over and buy plants, and then I tell them about this room and they're like, oh, they want to come and have a look. So what was it the other day? Someone came over to buy a plant 4 years, and it ended up making 23 euros because came up here and bought some more plants. So yeah, I just like this area to be organized and easy and simple, and everything, you know, is all looking good. That is a tray all of little baby splendors, doing really, really well. Yeah, I noticed that these started to bleach underneath that light, and as soon as I've taken them out of there, they've been giving me a lot more growth. They've just been a lot happier. They just don't need that like intense highlight. I have some little baby silver blushes down there, which honestly need a lot more light. They're not doing very well. This one I put into soil. It's not doing very well in soil. It was in pond, but I don't know. This is still my Hoya carnosa cuttings. I mean, look at that, it's full. There's so much new foliage in there, it's just ridiculous. It's just, yeah, also a plant that I sometimes just give with as a freebie because I got too many. I got way too many. This watermelon is becoming so nice and full. This was one that I made from, yeah, the mother plant, and the mother plant did not survive. It had a really bad case of thrips. This plant is a plant that I rescued. It's doing so well. All this new growth. Oh, it's so happy. The oxalis. So I did that complete refresh of this room about 3 weeks ago. I completely chopped off all of the foliage of the oxalis because it just was not looking good. It was foliage from outside. It was a bit beaten up. So I cut all of the foliage off, and look at it. Look at that. It's completely like, it's like a really not. This is actually one that I really want to bring downstairs. It's so pretty. Blooming like crazy. That foliage is stunning. It's just such an unusual plant, and it's so easy. So easy. But yeah, all of that growth in 3 weeks. And we've not really had that much sun. And this one does prefer a lot of sun. I actually have to turn it quite frequently because it really does want to go to, I mean, yeah, it's right there by the window, but even then, honestly, this plant just loves sun. And we've not really had a lot of that lately. But still, even then, I mean, it's a lot colder upstairs in this hallway because there's also no heating here in this hallway. It only really gets heated up from the central heating from the bedrooms. But it's a little bit colder in here. There are like heat mats and everything, and the lights do warm it up, but yeah, it's not really been that warm in here, so I'm really surprised that one has grown so much. I have my Cortisia here that just does not stop growing. It's so happy there, so I'm leaving it there. I bought these. This used to be downstairs. This was not looking very good, but it seems to have perked up. It's this little like cacti set thing that I made. And it's perked up since I brought it up here. I've also actually been giving that more water than I was before. I don't think I was watering that enough. The aloes here, also absolutely love it up here. I have a tray of Milano grassum here that are also doing very well. Yeah, this plant is so easy to propagate, but also just one that I don't really seem to be able to get rid of. I don't know, maybe I'm on the wrong website or something. I don't know. If you're living in Belgium or the Netherlands and you want any of these plants, feel free to message me because I can't seem to get rid of them. Here, no, I have recently from this tray sold a couple. I have some neons up here, some Cebu blue. This is what is this? Oh, a wizard, that's right, that's a white wizard. Actually needs to be up potted. It's very wobbly in there. And then I have my cabinet, and this is with plants that I'm selling, but also plants that I'm propagating myself. So I keep like all my trays in here. I have some ninjas over there, a zabrina, some amello, and some silver. What is that? Silver dragon. Yeah. And then here, I'm actually gonna open it up. I don't think that this is still alive. It still feels firm. I don't know. That's what's left of the New Guinea. Very sad. I recently took the dome off this one because the Gagayana was getting squished, but look at that fried egg. That little baby is for my mother. She already knows about it, but yeah, I'm going to pot that one up soon. I've got 4 Watsonianas that are pushing out. They're still quite small, so I'm going to leave them for a bit. I have a new one that I made here with Sabrina's. I have Scalprum and a Ninja, and I can see the Ninja. Oh, the Ninja's doing something there. God, there's a lot of algae here. I don't know what it is, but these lights always create that. Look at that Maranta light veins. Look how pretty that is. I mean, yeah, those leaves there, that was from the propagations, but look at that. It's so pretty. So I think I might just bring that downstairs and just have a new plant like that, because that is stunning. That's what I wanted. Yeah, just these are all water propagations down here. I have the Exotica, the Brazil, Siltopacana cuttings back there. The Argerius, I think. Oh, and then I have this very random begonia. I think this is the flamingo soul something. I don't know, it keeps on, leaves keep on falling off it. It's a drama queen. It's definitely a drama queen, so it's just living down there. It's probably not getting enough light either. But I noticed that one started bleaching when it was on the top shelf here. So that is my cabinet. And honestly, it doesn't really feel like there's a lot of plants in this room anymore ever since I did that big clear out. There were a lot of plants that were just not doing very well. Yeah, I did get rid of a lot of plants that just were not doing very well. And I don't know, the plants that I'm like either getting ready to trade or sell, they get the best care from me, but after a certain point when no one's interested, I'm kind of like, well, okay then. I don't really know what to do with them then. But yeah, I also have, I forgot about that. I have a bin there. I don't know if you're really going to be able to see. That is a bin full of verrucosum. It's the only way I seem to keep that plant happy. And I have another incredibly full terrarium over there. I think that's just a fern actually. But yeah, the verrucosum, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just that particular verrucosum, but it only seems to be happy in a prop box. So I'm leaving it be there. But yes, that is, that's my propagation room. And honestly, this time next week, this will probably all be gone because they're going to come and work on here are the stairs to go up into the attic. Yeah, they're going to come and install Felix's and do some other work on our roof. So unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to need this. I think they probably will. I don't think they're just going to like keep on crawling through the window holes that they were making in the roof, but I don't know. Yeah, these plants are just going to have to be moved. It's not going to be a big job, so it's not going to be forever. I'll probably just maybe put this stuff in our bedroom for the time being, but this is all going to have to be moved and probably will be already moved this time next week. So the only other plants that I have upstairs is... Oh, seriously? Do you have to play your music that loud? Oh, it's anything with builders. I have this Epiprenum Enjoy. As you can see, it gets very, very low light, but it still grows. It's still happy. I do have a couple of browning leaves there. Yeah, it always happens this time of year with this plant. It's lived in this pot for, geez, a very long time. But yeah, that's the only plant in here. And I'm actually thinking, I really want to put a Monstera behind this chair because it's got 2 windows there. So I'm thinking about doing that because I've had a Monstera living in this room before and it was very, very happy. And I think I can do that now. Matteo understands that he's not allowed to touch. And then in the bathroom, getting a tour of my incredibly messy house as well, I do also have my Sansevieria Moonshine, my Aglaonema Greyhound, and then, yeah, I have them closed at the moment because they are building a house there. This is the Metallica. I have them living here. and very, very happy. Okay, so that is the update. And once again, Lexi's moaning at me. It's because I'm sitting on the floor. She always does this. I love her to pieces, I do, but she's very, very needy. I don't think I mentioned this, but in my intro, but I'm sorry if I sound very, very nasal. I've honestly been sick for like the past, it feels like a month. I've been taking forever to get over this cold, and some weeks are better than others, and then some weeks I just get really, really sick again. It's just very, very annoying. It's just honestly ever since... Oh, word. Ever since we've had kids, this time of year, we always get sick and it takes me forever to get over it. Does any other mothers have that? It's just, it takes me forever to get over it. Just like a simple, stupid cold. So sorry if I've been sniffing a lot and I sound very nasal. It's just, you know, I'm feeling better. I really, really am. That's why I want to like keep up with this update and everything. So yeah, I didn't mention that in the intro. So sorry about that if that's annoying to listen to, but you know, it's just my life at the moment. Dealing with colds, runny noses, and all of that stuff. And a very needy dog. She's turned it back to me now. She's going to give me the silent treatment. Well, she doesn't know how to be silent. She doesn't. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed this update. And yeah, I also really like these videos just for me to like document everything, and things are constantly changing. And my collection at the moment is, I feel like it's looking really good. I don't have any pests in my home at the moment. And usually this time of year is just, you know, it's pest central with houseplants. But yeah, maybe it's because it's been a while since I've ordered plants. Is that why I don't have pests? I don't know. I feel like my collection is doing really, really well at the moment. There are some plants that are struggling. Like I said, my Alocasia Corner, I need to do something there with light. Even though it's by a window, it's just, they're not getting enough light. You know, Alocasia like high light. And if I compare that to my Alocasia on my shelf over here, compared to the corner, it's just, yeah, they're not getting enough light. My Monstera, I need to figure out like a new space. I've even thought about like this changing table, like slightly moving it so that it has, I don't know. It's just that plant is getting very, very big. It's also, I'm kind of limited because they're going to start on the attic, so that means that I'm probably going to either have to move those plants down here on the kitchen island temporarily, or I'm going to have to move them into our bedroom, or I don't know. I wanted to put the birds of paradise in the attic and, you know, give that one more light, but there's also not really going to be heating there straight away. You know, it's just like all of these different factors that I kind of have to just be careful. And that has also been a plant, the birds of paradise, that my daughter is obsessed with. She just loves sticking her hands in there and wiggling around in the orchid box. So, you know, with kids, I feel like I'm doing a lot of rearranging and a lot of changing because, you know, they're obviously growing, and Maya can reach a lot more stuff now. She's walking pretty much all the time now. So a lot more busier with, so, you know, it is a case of constantly moving plants, unfortunately. And I know that plants don't necessarily appreciate that, but that is just the reality. And I try and keep it to plants that are a lot hardier and a lot more resilient, that they don't mind being moved. It's just having a big collection like this with kids, you know, it's just constantly a juggling act and seeing where things are at. But I think at the moment, our collection is doing really, really well. It's doing really, really well. It's also really nice that Mitch he's just really, really been into his plants. He's constantly looking at them, taking care of them. It's also nice for me to see that, you know, and I wish he was like that all year round. But at the same time, I don't think that would be very healthy because he's getting the itch to buy plants. He's been like looking. He wants to get an Anthurium pallidiflorum. I think that's the right way of saying it. And he almost went to order it and then it sold out. So it's kind of like, okay, fate is trying to tell us something there. So So maybe we will make it to the end of the year without ordering plants again, because of course if he orders plants, I cannot not order plants, you know? It's just like you got to justify like the shipping cost as well, you know what I mean? So it's very difficult. It's so difficult. Oh. And there's a website that I'm obsessed with that I buy most of my Hoyas from that is doing a December sale thing where they do 10% off the entire website. It's just, oh, it's so difficult. It's so difficult. But I feel like I'm doing a good job. But I have put a lot of plants on my Secret Santa wish list. So I suppose that doesn't really count. That's a Secret Santa. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think I've done pretty, you know, it's been a month. Has it been a month since my last haul? I don't know. Probably not. Feels like longer, but when you have an addiction like I do, it's just very, very hard. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up because I am actually going to get to my cabinets, which I'm also obviously going to film. But I need to get started on that because I feel like that's going to be a bigger job than I thought it would be. I have a lot of repotting to do. But yes, that's going to be it for today. Well, for today's video anyway. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. It's just a click of a button. I've noticed in my analytics that a lot of my viewers are not subscribed yet. And I mean, I get it. YouTube's algorithm will pop up my video on your home screen if you watch me on a regular basis. But click that subscribe button. It helps me out. It's a way of supporting me. It's for free. You don't have to do anything else. And if you already watch my videos, then you might as well click that button. For all of you who have been here for a long time, thank you so much for coming back and watching my video. If you're new here, welcome to my jungle story. Come along with me. Click the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below and I will see you in the next video. Bye.